Although I really like the game, I am definitely not good at it. So I can promise you I will do well today. Hey everyone, there's Athagos, and today I'm bringing you something that I'm quite excited for, and I really wanted to do that for quite a while, since I've had this game actually. I will play through It's a Wonderful World, a really nice drafting and resource management game. That's how I would describe it. And not only that, I'm not only bringing you a playthrough, I actually want to make this into a little series, because there is a little solo campaign included with the game. I also have the Corruption and Ascension expansion, so there are I think even more missions in there. But today I will not start with that campaign. Today I will just bring you a regular playthrough of the game so you know how it plays. A little disclaimer, these are the solo rules I'm playing through today, so there are a few differences to the regular rules, but the differences are not very big. There are just some changes to the drafting and also some changes to the bonus you get during the game. But apart from that, you will still get a pretty good idea of how the game works regarding its mechanics if you watch my playthrough. Alright, and before I set up the game, let me just show you something. So if I open the box here, everything is in here, and then you can see that I have a really awesome insert for the game. So that is really great. I'm not sponsored, but this is a Tower Rex insert. You can get those on Etsy, and this one is really, really great. This makes setting up the game much easier and faster because you have all the little resources here in these little containers here that you can just put on the table, and you don't have all these plastic bags for setting all of that up, and same here. And so everything is done really well, so that's great. And of course I sleeved all my cards with these matte sleeves, because matte sleeves, I like those much more. They feel better, they look better, and I usually sleeve all my games, especially those that I intend to keep and that I really like. And It's a Wonderful World is a game that I really like. Alright, so before we get into the game, let me just quickly set it up. Alright, and that is pretty much the setup of the game. Up here we have our main board where all the resources are tracked. So we have materials in gray, energy in black, science in green, gold in yellow, and exploration in blue. And these resources are needed to construct buildings and research technologies. That's what we are trying to do in our state. We are playing today with the Pan-African Union. That is something that I just drew that randomly. There is a side A, and also there is a side B here. The side B is a little bit harder because there's no specific bonus, but we don't need to deduct points when we calculate our solo score. But we will play with the side A for now, which will also usually give us a direction into which we could accumulate our things. So what I'm going to do now is, because there's a lot going on here and you don't really need that up here for the playthrough, so I will push everything a little up so you just see my play area, and I think that is going to be much easier for you to see. So this is not really necessary. All that's happening up here is that I take cards, and in case I redraw, and that I take resource cubes and these tokens of the financiers and the generals. That is pretty much all I'm doing. So that's something that you don't really need to see. So let us get closer to the actual play area down here, and then we can get started. Alright, and we are ready to play the game. So what is our goal? Our goal is to construct buildings and research technologies, to finish constructing them with all the resources we get, and then put them all here, and then calculate our victory points at the end. So we need a specific amount of points at the end just to score for the solo mode. Little disclaimer, although I really like the game, I am definitely not good at it. So I can't promise you I will do well today. I doubt I will. What I've done here is I have, because you're not seeing the resource tracker now, right? Because the order in which the resources are generated is very important in this game. So what I've done is I have put a cube of each right here. So you will go from top to bottom, so you just know in which order everything is produced. I think that should be enough for you to get a feeling here. So my wife actually has a visitor over, so it's also possible that you hear a few background noises. I hope they will be reduced to a minimum, but I think that shouldn't be too bad. All right, because I will be talking most of the time anyway. All right, so what do we do? We have 8 planning phases. As you can see here, we have 8 stacks of 5 cards each, and we always take one of these stacks, any random of these, and we go through the cards and work with that, and then we take a second stack. And then we have the production phase, and we do that 4 times until we are done with the game. And we can get points for a lot of things. We can get points for things like that, like where it says 2 times all the science buildings we have or technologies, for example. We can get single victory points, or like more victory points on cards. We get victory points for these generals and financiers, and I think that's pretty much it. So these are ways to get points for the end of the game. All right, and you see here, so we should go into try to construct green buildings because they do give us quite a few points. All right, so and usually in a multiplayer game you would now have the drafting phase, but instead we will have these planning phases here where we just take random stacks of cards. I just arranged them like this so we have more room so you can see more. All right, so what happens now is I can either put the buildings down here for later construction, so to speak, just in this general area here. So I can just, for example, put that card here and say, okay, I will construct that later. And then I need to try to get these resources. As soon as all these resources are done, I can put the card right here. And so it will start producing what is down here, right? So cards have bonuses for production, like things that like points down here or just specific resources I receive each production round. Then there are cards that also have instant bonuses. That's just a one-time bonus I get when this is constructed. But if I don't want to construct a card, I can also just recycle it. So I can, for example, recycle this, put it out of the game, and then I will receive that resource one time down here, which can also help. That is also very important because we can't construct everything, right? And we might want to construct green buildings here. Let's see if we are able to do that. Another thing I can do, which is only possible in the solo mode, because of course in the multiplayer mode you will have a drafting phase here, is that I discard 2 cards completely out of the game, and then I can draw 5 new cards from the main stack that you can't see right now, but it's here. And then I can draw 5 cards from that and keep 1 and discard the other 4. So this time I can cycle through the deck. Yes, I will lose cards in the process, right? Because I discard 2 and only get 1, but I could get 1 that is actually worth more. So yeah, that's one thing. All right, so let's see. So you see, we at the moment we will produce 2 greens and 2 grays for every production round, and we have 4 production rounds. So the mega bomb wouldn't be too bad because it will give us 3 points. It will give us another 2 points here because it's a green. It's a green technology, so it's a green technology. And also we will get 2 generals, which will give us points. So it's not too bad. We just need to get these black resources here, but I will definitely put that down for construction. That is a pretty good one. It wouldn't be bad to maybe have something that produces blacks now. Let's see. But so we don't have any further green cards here. So let me see if we can do anything here. Well, this could be interesting here because we could just get more points for generals in case we collect those, so that might be interesting, but we would need one of these resources here, which is called Crystallium, right? And we only get Crystallium either by 5 resources that we place in our cards here, or if we actually get that as a bonus from a card, but I don't have one of those at the moment. So let us see. This card probably won't help us too much. We would need 2 financiers for that. You see that here, and we don't have any of those at the moment. So, and I don't see a way to get those right now. So I think this card is not very interesting. Let me put that aside. We might either trash it or use it for getting a different card. This one could be interesting. Well, it will produce 3 blue ones, and blue ones can give quite a lot of points here. So that might not be too bad to try to get that, but we don't produce any yellow, we don't produce any black at the moment. So that is difficult. We need to try to somehow produce things. And this card doesn't produce either. So it doesn't matter when we construct that. We can construct that at the end of the game, pretty much. So this one isn't bad because we could actually produce yellows. And that's not too bad. Then we will produce yellows and greens and grays. And then maybe get something for black. So I might put that also down here. I don't know how we get these 4 blues, but we can get those with dismantling. So we could dismantle these, for example, here, right? And dismantle that one. So recycle all of these and we would get a few resources already. That might be an idea. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if that's a good idea, but I will recycle all of these. So I will get 1 yellow, 1 blue, and another blue. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me get 1 yellow and 2 blues. And these need to be placed immediately. So either we place them on cards you want to construct, or we place them here on this card. We don't have any place to put the yellow yet. So what I will do is I will put the 2 blues here. So we can almost already construct that. We are halfway through at least. And the yellow one doesn't have any room for anything we can construct. So we will just put it on our card here in the bottom left. And if we have 5 resources, doesn't matter which ones, then we get one crystallium, which is one of these orange cubes here. And these can be used as a wild for anything. Or for cards that require specifically crystallium. Alright, so let's take another card. I don't know, let's take this stack here and continue. Alright, so let's see. We don't have any cards that produce blacks here, which is not that important yet. That one would produce a blue resource, which is not too bad. So we could start building that up. But we could also trash these 2 here, these 2 blue ones. So we would get 2 blue ones immediately, which is not bad because then we could produce 3 yellow ones this round. And you see here, we have a pretty nice card here actually. One that also produces yellow and gray. We actually rather want to go in the green direction here, right? We don't have any greens. You know what I'm going to do? These 2 I might trash, so I will not. I will put them aside. And this one might also be interesting. Let's see, maybe. And these 2 don't really give me a whole lot of things that I really want, because I can't really produce black ones too easily. So I will discard these 2 and draw 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can choose one of those to keep. And I would like to keep maybe a green card that requires yellow or something. No green card at all. Not at all. Is there anything we want to keep? This one here, this one would give us a resource for each of these industrial buildings we have. We don't have any of those yet, and I don't see them being built soon. Here we would produce green, which is not bad. That could help us in the long run. We do produce grays here too. So we could actually get that done at some point soon, I hope. This one is not too interesting because we're not going for those at the moment. This would give us 3 crystallium ones and also 3 points for each green building. We only have that one, but that one would give us 3 points more. That might be an idea. We do produce greens. We do get a general at some point, yeah. And these blues we can get. I think, you know what? I think I will take this parallel dimension. I think that is a good idea. Yeah, I think we will keep that, and the others I will discard again. So you see, we can kind of cycle through the deck there. So I will put that down for construction at some point. And here we have these I wanted to trash, right? No, this one I wanted to build maybe, because the yellow won't help us anyway at the moment. And well, how about, yeah, and I will trash these also, I think. So let me trash all of these. So we get 2 blue ones. Let me get those here. And a yellow. You can probably see, especially those of you that know the game, that I'm not being very efficient at the moment, because I keep trashing cards for these yellows here and putting them on the card instead of using anything for the buildings. But I can't do anything with a single card, right? And I really wanted to trash these 2. So that wasn't I couldn't do it really differently. So you see now, this card is constructed. So I will put these cards back, and the cities of gold will go over here. So now at the end of the game, we will get 3 points here. And also, I will now produce yellows, which don't help yet, but they will help at some point, right? Okay, so, and now so now we did 2 of these phases, and now we go to the production phase. So now we start with gray. Now I take a look down here in my nations area and see how many grays do I produce. 2. So I will take 2 grays from the supply, and then I will see if I can put them someplace. At the moment I don't need them, so I will just put them here. I will just keep collecting a little bit of crystallium. I think that is not the worst thing to do. Then we look black. I don't produce any of that. Green, we produce 2. So, which is not bad, because I really wanted to have some greens here to put them on the card. Now let's see. This card we could produce faster here, right? And we need one of these generals for the parallel dimension here. But it will take a while until I get all of those blues. So, well, but this card would be more important, I think, because you will get these 3 crystallium, which will help us for other cards. So I think I will put the greens on here for now. I don't know if that's a good idea, but let's just do that. Okay, and now you see one of the most important things of this game. So now we produce the yellows, and you see now I produce yellow. I just built this round. But because I built it before the production phase, I can still use that. And let's say that this wouldn't require greens, for example, and I would put those on there and I would construct it now. Then I could, although I'm constructing it while the green is being produced, it is now constructed for producing yellow. So we can actually chain things if we get to that. So far, I'm not very lucky with that. All right, and then I will take 3 yellows here because that's how much I produce. I can't use them here, but I will put them here for now. And you see now we have 5 cubes that I can change to 1 crystallium. And that I can use for a while for anything that might come in handy. All right, and that was our first round. So far we didn't do a whole lot, but we will get more as we get better cards here. All right, so we have a green card here that could definitely help us. We do produce a little bit of green. That is nice. So I think that one will be interesting for sure. We do need to do something with our yellows. We need to use that for something. So either we use that for that one here, which will give us... Oh, by the way, I also produced the blue one, right? I would have produced blue, but we don't produce any blue, so that's why I stopped. But usually we would also go to the blue phase. All right, so and now this one would just give us 3 points for each yellow card. So far we are not going into that direction. This would give us 2 for each blue card. We have 1 there and 1 there. So that could be maybe interesting. We could just fill that up this round, right? Maybe that's an idea. So I'll put it there for now. This one here will just give us flat points and will produce green. I don't know. We can't really efficiently produce blue at the moment. I will produce blue at some point, but we only have 4 rounds, so I don't know. And the underground city here, well, that's not bad. We could produce some black and gray ones here. I like that quite a lot. So I think I will put that down for construction as well. Okay, so maybe let's scooch everything a little bit to the side here, that we can fit everything here, but we do have a second row, so that is fine. And these 2 I can't really use for anything. So either we trash them, we would get a yellow and a green, which is only semi-interesting, right? Yeah, it's not that interesting, so I think I'd rather... yeah, I think I'd rather trash those. I think I'd rather trash those. Yeah. Not trash. I will discard them to draw 5 new cards from the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And see if there's a good card. Either there is one good card I can build that actually helps me, or we can just trash a gray one, because then this round we could finish this card here. That would be pretty good, actually. All right, so let's see. A nuclear plant. We don't get any bonuses for these cards here. These will only give us black, but we could get black here, and we don't need that much. So not very interesting. That will give us yellow and gray, which is kind of interesting, but also not that much. 2 greens could, I don't know. Oh, the green one here. This will give us, this will give us 8 points and also 2 more points for that bonus here. So this is a great card. I think trashing a gray one would be also good, but I think I'd rather take this one here. We will somehow need to get these greens on here, but I think we can do that somehow. So let's try that, and these I will discard again. Okay, good. Then let's take another stack here. Let's just take this one. Okay, so let's see. This one is semi-interesting. It will give us points for blues. We already get points for blues here, so that could be interesting. But I don't know if we can get all these blues here, right? That is going to be pretty tough. Let me put it down for now. By the way, even if you put it down here, I can always trash them, right? If I say I can't construct anything and I need that resource, I can just trash it anytime, at any time. This one here will just give us a black one, but it's pretty cheap, right? Could be interesting for some black ones, but we don't need a whole lot of black at the moment. Some there, some there. I don't know if that's really worth it at the moment, right? Nuclear plant will give us blacks also. I think that's not too interesting either. We do get a lot of points here. I don't know if you can get that financier here, but well, could also be kind of interesting. Let me just put it down for now. And this one here will give us blues. Well, we need a lot of blues, right? We do need a lot of blues. So that actually might be an idea. You know what? I think I'm going to build that one. Or I'll try to build that one. And then we still have these two, and these two I will... well, we could trash these two now, right? Because we will produce black soon, but not this round yet. So I think it might be a good idea to trash these two to get 2 black cubes to put them on something. And I think I will put them here just because the yellow will be produced before the blue, and then you can see how that actually works with chaining. So, okay. So that was second round is pretty much done. Now we produce. So now we start with the gray ones. We produce 2 gray cubes here. So, oops, not that many, only 2. So let's take these, and I will put those. Let me just think quickly. I think I wanted to go into the underground city. Start with that. Because the giant tower will just give us points at the end. So that is not too interesting yet. So let me put those here, I suppose. Okay, cool. Then we produce black. None of those. So nothing there. Then we produce green. That is 2. So we will get 2 resources here. And green, well, this one will give us blues. We need blues a lot. The crystallium is also important. The mega bomb, not that much yet. But let's start with the satellites here. Okay. And now we produce yellow. That is 3 yellow. So let's take these 3 yellow. And now you will see like the main magic of this game. That is really fun, that I really couldn't pull off yet, really. But I will put 2 yellows here. And the other yellow I will put here for now. So, and now you see, this one is done. So we immediately produce that because we have finished that. We will put it right here. And now, because we just produced the yellow up here, right? As you can see in the top right corner. Now we produce the blue one. So now we look like, oh, we actually do produce blue now. So because we just constructed it, we can use it immediately for production. So you see, instead of having to wait around or wait for building phase, we can get these 2 blue ones immediately. And that is really cool. If you can, like maybe I can finish another, let's say you finish a building with gray cubes, and then you construct a building that gives you extra green cubes, and with that you can finish another building that gives you extra blue cubes, for example. Then you can really start chaining, which is hard, but it's really cool. Alright, so will I rather try to finish that one or that one? That one gives us 3 crystallium immediately, which is really good. So I think I will continue here. So next round we could finish that one if we can get a general there. The black ones, well, I'm not quite sure yet. If we could trash 2 black ones, right? And a green one, then we might be able to finish these 2 here. Could be possible. Let's see. All right. So, and that was it again. Also, one more rule I will mention now. If we produce 5 of any resource, so either gray, black, green, yellow, or blue, we get either a financier or a general token as a reward. That depends on which color that is, but I will let you know when that's the case. So this is also a way to get more victory points. At the moment, I'm not doing too well in the game, but I just wanted to show the game to you. And when I start the story, I will definitely try to make better decisions. All right. Okay, so let's see. Also, not forget, we shouldn't forget, I still have a crystallium here, so we might be able to use that for something. Okay, so let's see. Bionic Crafts is a green building. That will give us 2 points. It will give us a general, that's a point, and also these 4 victory points here. That is not a bad card to keep in mind. So let me just put that down here. This one here will give us 2 points, that's fine, and 2 of these guys, that's okay. We do need one of these guys later on, but maybe we can actually get that some other way. This card is not that really interesting. So let me just put that aside here. Let me just put it like here, so you know I might trash that. Then we have the research center that gives us more greens. We do need a lot of green, right? And 3 gray and 1 black. We could build that maybe at some point. Could be possible. So let's also put that down. So it is getting a little bit full here, but of course we can't possibly finish everything. But that's how the game works, right? You put down pretty much everything and then you see what you can actually construct and what you can't. This card here would be only semi-interesting in that also I'm not able, I don't know if I can actually construct those. This one wouldn't be too bad because it would give us more blues and also a green one. So let's just put that down someplace here for now. And these 2 we have a black and a yellow one, and we need all of that. So I will just trash those for black and for a yellow resource. I think that's better than actually going through the deck because we have a lot to construct here. And I don't really need many more cards for construction, right? So the black one, I will definitely put that here, I think. Yeah. And the yellow one, let's see. Well, we will continue our underground city here. All right. So I would like to have another black one here. And also I have a card here. Maybe we can get a yellow one by trashing something, so we can actually produce more black ones. Maybe we can trash a gray and a yellow one. That would be not too bad. So let's take the next card here. And you see, after that we only have 1 more round and we're almost done. So let's see, this one, is that one interesting? Not that much, because we do get a financier, we still need one, but we also get 1 point for each of those, and that's pretty much wasted. Yellows, we don't need, we do need yellows, but not that many. And I want to trash a yellow, so I might trash this one. This one here gives us blues. Do we have a gray one we could trash? Only this one here. Is that one interesting? That one would be interesting, but we can hardly trash that. But we can hardly build that. Because 2 grays, we do produce gray ones, but we need them for here and there and there. So I think I will also trash that one. Yellow, yellow, yellow. This one, of course, would give us a few points. 2 points plus that one, that's 3 points. That wouldn't be horrible, but it also wouldn't be amazing, right? Well. You know what? I think I will trash. Well, but that means I'm going to be trashing my entire hand pretty much. But I think I'm going to trash everything. So I would get 4 yellows and 1 gray. So, and the gray I will put here, and also 1 of the yellows. And also I will put the 3 yellows over here. Like this. So that means these 2 cards are done. So I will put all the resources back. So let's first take the museum here and put it here. So the museum will just give us 2 points for each blue card. I'm still hoping to get a few blue cards done. So that would be cool then, because we already have 1 blue here. And this one gives us 1 crystallium immediately. And also 3 victory points later on. We might have to look out for a card that gives us points for each yellow card, because now we are going way too much in the yellow direction. I wanted to go into green, but somehow, I don't know, somehow it didn't work out the way I planned to. But so let's see. Let's see how it goes. So now we have our production phase. So, well, we do have 2 crystallium, right? We could do something with that actually, but well, maybe let's wait for that. Let's wait for that now. All right, so we produce gray ones. We produce 4. So remember, we do that direction like indicated here. Actually, you know what? Let me move those over here now, that you can see them even better. Now we're going from left to right. This is how we will produce, right? That's maybe a little bit easier to do. So we will start with gray one first. We will produce 4 gray resources. There we go. And well, the research center is definitely very important. So let's put them on here. And then I'm thinking, will we be able to finish that giant tower here? Because at the moment we are not getting a financier here, right? We just need 1 of those. But if we could get 1 of those, that would be great. Otherwise, you could just put the cube on our card. But you know what? Let's put it here. Let's try to maybe get that done. Then we produce black ones. That's 2. So we will get 2 black cubes here. And I will put them, well, I started on satellites already, right? So let's put 1 on satellites here. And I will put the other one on the research center. Because then the research center is done, which is really nice. Because in the very next phase, we will produce greens. And now we produce 2 more of those. So now we produce greens, that is 4. That is really nice, because we have a lot of green stuff we want to get finished. So maybe we can get going there. So definitely 1 green here. And, well, the mega bomb would be good too. The satellites as well. But we won't produce any black this round anyway. Well, we could use 1 crystallium for the black one, so we will produce more blue. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I put the 2 greens here and another green over here. And then I will use 1 crystallium here, right? To use for that. So we definitely have our satellites already. Because then we will produce more blues here later on. All right. I think that was not the worst move. And you see how it scales up, right? The first few moves were really bad on my side. So we will definitely have a very bad score. But you see how it scales up the more you play, right? All right, and then we will produce yellows. That is 3 down here. So let's get those 3 out of this really awesome container. 3. So the giant tower, I will still try to do that, but more important would be the underwater city, I think. So let me put 2 here. Well, if I put 3 here, then we could... Well, no. I don't know. No, it's better to do that first, because we will have our last round anyway. Maybe we can finish that the next round so we produce more, because that's just for end-game scoring here, right? With the 10 points here, the giant tower. But let me put that here. Okay, cool. That was that round, and now we produce blues, and that's quite a lot. 4, which is nice. So that is 1 too many. 4. So I will definitely put 2 here. So as soon as we get our first general, which will be very soon, then we can finish that card as well, which will give us 3 more crystallium and a lot more points for those green cards that we hardly have so far, but I'm working on it. And now you see something pretty cool, because you see I put those 2 blues here, and next round we produce 4 blues, so that card will be exactly done. So we actually don't need to produce any blues anymore, right? But so I'm thinking about if we actually want that underwater city here, but we will see that later. All right, and that was that production phase again. Now we go into the very last round, going through those 10 cards again, and then producing one more time, and then we will tally up our pretty bad score. All right, so let's see. So, and now the analysis paralysis really sets in, because you see, okay, what do I produce? What do I need? So that is going to be very, very heavy now. Because you see, we have 4 gray resources. We only need 1 of those for the giant tower. That's it. So we have 3 more. So either we put those 3 on the card then here. Let me quickly fix the exposure again. There we go. So either we put those 3 access gray cubes on here, so we get 1 crystallium, 1 wild, or we try to construct something that will give us points. We don't need to go too much for resources anymore, right? Except if we can immediately finish that building and then use, or that technology, and then use it for a later production step. That will give us more points. But otherwise, we don't need more resources, right? Resources at the end don't give us points. So with grays, we could build that one here. That will just give us more resources. I don't know if we really need that. Yes, green would be great to have, actually. Because green, then we could produce 5 of those here, as you can see. And that would give us either a general or a finance here. We can choose. That would be okay, but that's only 2 points we get, right? Yeah, I don't know if that's really worth it. I think a wild would be worth more. Another black. We produce 2 black. We need 3 black. But we can also just trash that, right? I mean, instead of producing that once, we can just trash it. So this one I would trash for sure. So let me put that aside here. Industrial complex doesn't... Well, we need this guy here. We actually need 1 for the giant tower. So this might be an idea. Those 3 gray ones, right? 1 black there, 1 black there. We would have to trash something to get black ones. But we will trash this one here anyway. Right? I think we will build that one. Because that could actually give us these 10 points that we desperately need because we're doing really bad. And then here we get 1 point per general. We don't have a lot of those. Too many greens. So that we definitely don't need. Here, well, this is pretty bad. Because this would give us 1 yellow resource for each yellow building we have. Which is good. But I would rather, of course, have that as a points basis. So I think we don't really need that either. We will produce 3 yellow ones. Do we need those? 2 there. And that's it. We will have 1 yellow too many. We will have 1 yellow too many, but only 1 yellow doesn't help us here, right? So we could use that card to fish for another one in the deck, because we don't need that yellow here either. And this one here, 1 gray, 1 green. Yeah, that's just too much for that. Do we need... We don't need a gray here, right? Because we get 4... we put 1 there and 3 there. That's it. So we don't need to trash that either, right? So we will take these 2 cards and I will draw 5 new cards and hope maybe to get something good. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So okay, this one here will just give us more resources that we don't really need. Well, yeah, that really doesn't help us too much. And we don't need this grays either. So we could keep one of these or these here. So we get another green or another blue. So we produce 4 greens. We will put 1 there. 1 there. Then we have 2 greens left. And we could... well... This one here, this card down here, I don't know if that really helps us. This card here would be really cool, but that's 2 greens, and then we trash that, then we have 3 greens, then we still need 5 greens. That's pretty much impossible to get, I think. That's pretty much impossible to get. So that green is not going to really help us too much, I think. Not really. And these blue ones, another blue one, it's not going to help us either. Green or blue, what would help us more? You know what? I think I will keep... The blue really isn't going to help us at all. So, you know what? I will keep a green one for now, put it here, and we might trash it later on. I don't know what cards we get here in that stack. That's going to be important now. So, but I will definitely trash those 2 here for... You know what? I'm thinking. I will definitely trash that one here for black. that's what I'm definitely gonna do. So let me take that black here and put that black, let me think. This for later here. Right. We will put that here. Because then we get one more yellow, which we kind of need, but not really. Well, yellow is produced quite late. I just want that for the general, for the finance here, actually for the points. So I might put the black. Well, here we have some production stuff that is important. Yeah, I will put that here, underwater city, like this. I think that's better. Okay, so we still need to trash a black one later on. And these two here, I don't need the green really, I really need the blue. So I will discard those two to get 5 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either get a black one to trash, or I don't know, we would not have a black one to trash. Okay, so like a black resource down here. So anything that's helpful. Well, this could be kind of helpful here, right? Because one more point for green cards, but we don't have a lot of green cards, so we will have that one here as a green card. Yeah, so it doesn't really help us too much. We will get 1 crystallium, yeah, whatever. And all of these cards are really not that interesting. Not that much. No, not really. There's not a blue card we get extra points for. None here. So I think we will just keep 1 card to trash. Do we need a gray one to trash? We still don't need grays. We don't have any blacks here. Blue we don't need either. So well, then I will just keep this card here. I will just put it here for now, but I will probably trash it for the green one later on. So, and now let's see what we get here. So you see there's a lot of analysis paralysis in this game. So this is something that you need to be aware of. But that's not too bad usually. So I don't really try to respond to analysis paralysis too much. I try to make quick decisions anyway. But of course you see toward the end of the game, as you can see right now, I need much longer for making decisions. That's just the way it is, man. All right, so these are all not very interesting. These are all not very interesting at the end of the game. But I wanted to trash something for a black one, right? So that wouldn't be too bad because we get 2 black ones, 1 black there, 1 black there. We need another one down here. So yes, I will definitely trash a black one. There's only 1, so this one will be trashed. Then we get the black one immediately. And then I will put it here for the underwater city. Well, doesn't matter. Let me look at it. It doesn't matter. I'll just put it here. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, and then let me see here. These don't give us points at all for anything, right? So either we could get 1 point here, 1 point there, but we don't produce enough resources. That's not going to help us. Trashing the blue ones. Well, we still have a few gray ones here, right? And we could exchange something for crystallium. We don't need a gray one. That's the problem. That is the issue. We really don't need a gray one. So I think what I'm going to do, I might trash, because this one I don't really want it either, right? You remember? So I have 5 cards here, so I could trash a few. I could trash 3 of these cards, any of these cards, just to get 3 more resources here for 1 crystallium. And then I could exchange to others to go through the deck and see what I get there. I think that's probably the best play at the moment. Let's see how good that actually works. So yeah, I think that might be an idea. So let me just take these 3. I will just trash these for resources. That's 1 blue and 2 gray, which doesn't matter. I will exchange those 3 with those 2 here immediately just to get 1 more crystallium. That is definitely going to help somehow. And then here I think I just will discard them to get 5 more cards and see what we get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we can keep 1 of those. I produced 2 black ones. This one and this one. So we don't need black one. Do we have anything that gives us good points? How many black cards do we have? None so far. So that doesn't really help us either. And these all don't give us points. Okay, because we don't need too much production stuff anymore. So let me see. We have enough black ones. Do we have enough gray ones? We do. Do we have enough green ones? We produce 4 greens. That is 1 there, and 2 here. So we definitely can't finish this card here. Yeah. So that is pretty much a lost cause. Yellows. Oh wait, we produce 1 more green here. Oh no, but we produce that when, well, we could trash a green one here, put here, and then we would produce 1 more green. We would need 1 less green to put on here, and then use a crystallium. Well, actually, I think that could be a good play. So I will trash this one here to get a green cube, which I will put here. So this card is finished. And then we get 3 more points, and we produce more resources. All right. And that is it. You see, all cards are gone. All 8 stacks of 5 cards each are gone. And now we start producing. So that's the last production phase before we tally our score. So gray ones, we receive 4. I think that is the first game I ever played without having a general or financier token. Well, wow, that's pretty incredible. These and these. So that is pretty much perfect. Then black ones, we produce 2. So I will put 1 black one here, and the other black one I would put here, but then the card would be finished. So let us put that here, and now we get 1 financier token, as you can see here, right? And that is important for that giant tower later on. I will already put it on the card so I don't forget. All right, so now we produce green ones. You see, 2, 4, 5 greens we produce. We produce 5 greens. So now we can either, because for green that's the case, we can either now get a general or a financier token. We need a general for this card, so we could hand that in immediately, which is good. We don't need a financier token because we don't have anything that gives us points in that direction. So I will take a general token here, and I will put it already on the card so we can immediately finish this card here. That will give us 3 crystallium, which is definitely good. That is definitely not 3, that is way too many. So let me put 3 crystallium here for now. We have a lot of crystallium here, so we need to see what we can do with that. And also, well, I didn't take my 5 green ones yet. So I would take 5 green ones, but let me put it like this. I will put 1 green on here and 4 greens on here, and then also add 1 crystallium here so we can actually finish these 2 cards here. So let me just put them right beside here because, well, it's getting too high. Well, actually, we only need to see the reward, so it's fine. We can still put that here. Okay. That was our green phase. Now we have our yellow phase. We receive 1, 2, 3, 4 yellows. So 4 yellows. Like this. And then you put 2 yellows on here, of course. And the other 2 yellows I will put in the card because we can put them anyplace else. And this is then done. So that's another 10 points for us. That's not too bad. That is pretty nice. I like that. Like this, and I will return the financier here. And then we would start producing blue ones, but yeah. 2, 4, 6. That is really a shame because we can't do anything with our crystallium anymore, right? I really mismanaged that. So we now get 6 blue tokens. That's 2, 4, and 6 blue ones. Because we get that many blue ones, we also get a general token. So you just put that on the card here. Oh, also, I didn't take the tokens here for the general, like 3. I received 3 of those. I think I didn't take them yet. So let me also take those and put them right here. Okay. So let me see. Can I somehow do anything? 2, 4, 5, 6. So either I put those here, then I get 2 more crystallium. And then I have 5 crystallium, which is not enough for here. And if I exchange those for crystallium immediately, then I get 1 more crystallium. I can still almost finish that, and that's not going to help us either. So either way we put it, we are not going to finish. This teleportation card, that's really bad, because that's not gonna help us at all. Because, right, we can put these 4 on here now, so we would get, I mean, it's gonna give us a few more points, right? But we have all that crystallium now, and we can't do anything with it. We can't do anything with it. 2, 4, we have 6, 2, 4, 6. We just need 2 more resources. Somewhere I went wrong here. I went really wrong someplace. I somehow didn't calculate that correctly. So I really miscalculated here. Look at all these resources we have, and that's a shame to have that many resources, because they don't give us any points at the end whatsoever. That is a shame. Really it is. Well, I guess that's the way it is. Alright, and that's the end of the game. Because we finished the last production phase. This teleportation card is not going to help us at all. What we can do, just to make it even worse, is to trash that, so we get another blue one, so we can exchange all of these for more crystalliums, just so that it looks even worse. Look at all this crystallium. So this definitely is worth a few points, right? If we had just a few cards that gave us points, we could definitely finish 1 or 2 cards. So that is really a shame. But, well, now you know how the game plays, then my next play will definitely be better. I hope. And now for scoring. So in the base game you have this scoring sheet here, which is cool, and that definitely works. But you can already see the pen here. In the Corruption and Ascension expansion, you have like this really cool scoreboard. This is what I'm going to use now to show you how that works. So first of all, usually you put in the name here, so that will be Sir Thekos for me. And now you write down here all your points. So first, your gross victory points. So just the regular victory points without any multipliers. So that is 10, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 30, 31. So we have 31 just regular victory points. And then we put all these combo victory points. For example, here we have 2 times blue and another 2 times blue. That's 4 times blue. So let's start with gray first. We don't have any multipliers there. We don't have black multipliers. But green, we have 1 here. That's 2 times. So we get 2 times for each green card. And we have 3 green cards. So that's 2 times... Oh no, 5 times right there. Let me correct that. So 2 times green, 5 times. So 5 times. And we have how many green cards? 3. So that's another 15 points. That's pretty cool, actually. If we had just built more green cards, that would have been awesome. Okay, in blue, we have 2 times blue up here and another 2 times blue. So that's 4 times. And we have how many blue cards? 1, 2, 3 blue cards. That's another 12 points. And yellows, we don't have any multipliers, right? So we don't have anything here, here, and there. Then we get 1 point for each of these tokens. We don't have any multipliers, right? So it's just 1 time. And then we have 4 of these tokens. So that is 1 times 4, that is 4. And we don't have any financiers left. And these are just for the expansion. These are like for the dual things, and we don't have those. So now we calculate all of that. But because we played with the A side of our civilization card, which is easier, we need to deduct 15 points from the score. So I will just leave out that green one here when calculating my score. So that's 31, 41, 43. That is 47 points, which is horribly bad. This could be my worst game yet, but now you get an idea of how the game works. I would definitely try to maybe adjust my tactic a little bit for the story mode, because the story mode actually gives you specific objectives to build specific things. So that is definitely way different than here, where you have no idea at the beginning what you will build. So 47 points. Let me just show you here. Let me just put that aside. And here you see the points you can get down here. So 60 points and less, you are a rookie. I have never been able to go past rookie so far. I have no idea. I seem to be not very good at this game. And then you can be dictator, emperor, or a living god, which I would probably never be, but that's okay. I'm totally used to being a mere human, and so far that has worked out okay, I suppose. Before I close this video, if you know the game and you own it, you have played it, let me know how your scores usually are. I mean, you can also give me your highest score, but I would like to just get your idea on. I would like to just get your stance on the game. Is it too hard to get these scores? Am I doing like something completely wrong? Is there specific tactics that you could employ that I'm not aware of? Let me know, because I really like this game and I wouldn't mind getting a little bit better at it. I definitely wouldn't mind that. Okay, and that was my playthrough of It's a Wonderful World. If you're still watching, thank you very much for doing so. I highly appreciate that. And I will definitely record more videos for this game because I really like it. And I think it would be interesting to go through the story together. And if this is the first of my videos you're watching, why don't you head over to my channel and check it out. There's a lot of there you could enjoy, and I'd love to see you there. And even if not, I really appreciate you watching, and especially those of you that keep interacting with me, like in the comment section and on the social media. I really enjoy being in touch with the community as much as possible. All right, enough rambling for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the very next video. Take care, everyone, and cheers.